Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Enam Kanvandam Aravindanalayatarsham Bhagavatam Samasitam Buddhasundaram Kandat Agom Hidamaniya Vishesha Shobham. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Andani Asa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyan Divam Dikayanti Tiram Daganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala
রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর রাধে শ্যাম সুন্দর রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর রাধে শ্যাম সুন্দর রাধে जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय गौरनीताय 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 जय गौरनीताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपद 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 श्रील प्रभुपद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा कंदमोए सावधान मते कंदमोए सावधान मते যাহার প্রসাদে ভাই এ ভবতরিয়া যায় কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইতে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইতে গুরুমুখ পদ্ম বাক্য চিতেতে করিয়া ঐক্য গুরুমুখ পদ্ম ভাগ্য চিতেতে করিয়া ঐক্য আর না করিহ মনে আশা আর না করিহ মনে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি তমাগতি শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি এই যে উত্তম গতি ये प्रसाद पुरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसाद पुरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहर चरिता ओ वेद गाय जहर चरिता श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकना लोकेर जीवन ओ लोकना लोकेर जीवन शिल प्रभुपाद पतित पावन प्रभु करो दया देह मोर पद छाया प्रभु करो दया देह मोर पद छाया बेजान कुतुक्ति भुवना शिला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय प्रभुपाद 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 शिला प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, oh Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaurahari, oh Jai Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Gaurahari, Gaura Gaura Gaurahari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
ये चारों में प्रॉब्लम है।
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जोर से आवाज निकालो। जैसे कोई भी मजंग हो जा रहा है ना, उसको मैच करके आवाज निकालो, उसी लेवल की।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Whoa, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Gopi Janavallabha Giridhari Jasodanandana Yasodanandana Prabhajanarandana Yamunatira Vanasare Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Sundar ki, Siddhoni Rai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
This is Adi 1, right? $52, no?
Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandaya Bhakta-vrinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So you're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 1, text 52. Let's repeat. Yavan aham yatha bhavaha yat rupa guna karmakaha tatha eva tadvavijnanam astu te mat anugrahat yavanaha yatha bhavo yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa guna karmakaha yadrupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat astu te mat anugrahat yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tadva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tadva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat. Astu te mat anugrahat yavanaham yatha bhavo guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat Yavanaham yatha bhavo yadguna guna karmakaha taiva tattva vijnanam astute mat anugrahat. Matajis. Yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat. Yavanaham yata bhavo yat rupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te mat anugrahat. Yavan, as I am in my eternal form, aham, I, yatha, in whichever manner, bhavaha, transcendental existence, yai, whatever, rupa, various forms and colors, guna, qualities, karmakaha, activities, tatha eva, exactly so, tattva vijnanam, factual realization, astu, let there be, te, your, mat, my, anugrahat, by causeless mercy. Translation by His Divine Grace Bhakti-yoga Swami Srila Prabhupada. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastime. Please repeat. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. Purport. The transcendental personal forms of the Lord are a mystery, and the symptoms of these forms, which are absolutely different from anything made of mundane elements, are also mysterious. The innumerable forms of the Lord, such as Shyam Sundara, Narayana, Rama, and Gaurasundar, the colors of these forms, white, red, yellow, cloud-like, Shyama, and others. His qualities are the responsive personality of Godhead to pure devotees and as impersonal Brahman to dry speculators. His uncommon activities like lifting Govardhan Hill, marrying more than 16,000 queens of Dwarka, and entering the rasa dance with the damsels of Braja, expanding himself in as many forms as there were damsels in the dance. These and innumerable other uncommon acts and attributes of all mysteries, one aspect of which is presented to the scientific knowledge of the Bhagavad-Gita, which is read and adored all over the world by all classes of scholars with many interpretations. There are empiric philosophers. The truth of these mysteries was the ascending one. The Lord's mercy descend to a devotee like Brahma, and through Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyasa, from Vyasadev to Sukadev, and so on, in the bona fide chain of disciplic succession. We cannot discover the mysteries of the Lord by our mundane endeavors. They are only revealed by His grace to the proper devotees. These mysteries are gradually disclosed to the various grades of devotees in proportion to the gradual development of the service attitude. In other words, impersonalists who depend upon the strength of the poor fan of knowledge and morbid speculative habits without submission and service to the form of hearing, chanting, and the others mentioned above, cannot penetrate to the mysterious regions of transcendence, where the Supreme Truth is a transcendental person, free from all tinges of material elements. Discovering the mystery of the Lord eliminates the impersonal feature realized by common spiritualists who are merely trying to enter the spiritual region from the mundane platform. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Miritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshware Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyaivacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasiri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. By my causeless mercy be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestation, qualities and pastime. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to welcome all of you to our Srimad Bhagavatam class this morning. It is actually by the mercy of the Lord Himself that we can understand the Lord as He is. Krishna explained Bhagavad-Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yuveti tattvata. In truth. Many people trying to understand the Lord in different level, but not on the level of absolute truth. And to understand Him, that's why Krishna is saying, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yuveti tattvata. In truth, in reality. To understand His pastime, because his birth and activities, they are transcendental. So how to understand that? That requires mercy. And this is why He's saying here that only by His mercy, by His causeless mercy, of course by the mercy of the devotees. Even the Vedas, what's that? Durlabam adurlabam atma bhakto. Vedesu durlabam. It is rare even to actually achieve, to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the Vedas. Vedesu durlabam. But it is easier through the atma bhakto. Vedesu durlabam adurlabam atma bhakto. Because even after writing the Vedas, Vyasadeva, he wrote the Vedas. And then he divided the Vedas. And then he also wrote the Samhitas, the Brahmanas, Aranakyas, and the Upanishad. And then he also wrote the Itihas and the Mahabharata, for the lower level of people to understand. But even after writing these books, he was despondent. He was not pleased, he was not happy. And then Narad Muni appeared, and Narad Muni said, what's the reason of your being despondent. If the writer is not happy, what to speak of the readers? If the writer himself is not pleased, and what to speak of the readers? And he mentioned a very, very strong word. He said, Jugupsitam. What you have written is Jugupsitam. Jugupsitam doesn't mean only bad. Jugupsitam means very bad, abominable. What he has written is abominable. I mean, he wrote the Vedas, right? But Narad Muni has used this word, Jugupsitam. It means very abominable. So what he wrote about Vedas, of course the Vedas deal mainly with three modes of nature, material nature. Krishna told Arjuna, Trigunya Visaya Vedan, Trigunya Bhavarjuna. And it has been observed that the Vedas describe mostly of how to live a good life in this material world. Right? How to live a very good life in this material world by following the rules and the varnashram. How to live a good life in this world. It's for this material world. Right? And 90% about karma kant, which doesn't really give full satisfaction and pleasure. Tushyanti is not there. Ramanti and Tushyanti. And then he was asking, what is the cause of my despondency from Narad Muni? And because Narad Muni told him that, because you have not written about the Nama, Guna, Roop and Lila. I was singing every day, right? Guna, Rupa, Nam. Every day we are singing that. Guna, Rupa, Nam. It's Nam, Rup, Gun and Lila. This is actually what will give satisfaction to the heart. It's mentioned here. One will be able to understand in reversed. Yat Rupa Guna Karmakaha. This is what will actually give satisfaction to the heart. Complete satisfaction is because you have not written about this. And then after that he wrote Amala Puran, Brahma Samhitam. So he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam, and then after writing Srimad Bhagavatam, and then he was completely satisfied. Because that Bhagavatam is the only book that actually gives complete satisfaction to the heart. And that's book that is, we have Nam, Guna, Roop and Lila. Some devotees say we even have his telephone number. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And how the supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam is established in different level. The supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam speaks about the Nam, Gun, Rupa and Lila of the Supreme Person of Godhead. The first level that establishes the supremacy is by Vyasadeva himself. Right? Vyasadeva wrote the Bhagavatam in his maturity. Right? In his maturity, then he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the first point. And he wrote this. This is the first level to establish Srimad Bhagavatam as supremacy, supreme. And second level also when Sukadeva himself, Sukadeva was 16 years in his mother's womb, and as soon as he was born, he just left. He just left. He went to the forest. And Vyasadeva was running after him to catch him, to call him. My dear son, my son, please come back. and there was no response. Only the trees would echoing his voice, what he was saying. Only the trees would echo that, you know. But then Vyasadeva sent his disciple to the forest to recite Bhagavatam so that he can hear. So after hearing, and then he came back. He was already liberated. But then he came back by hearing the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. This also establishes the supremacy of Bhagavatam over other books, right? Because he was already liberated. Atmaramasya munayo nirganti api urukrami. He was already liberated, but then after liberation, he became attracted to the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Even the 4 Kumaras also, they were already Brahmavadis. Sukadeva Goswami also was Brahmavadi. But after hearing Bhagavatam, then they become Vaishnavas, which is highest. Devotional service is the highest. This is the second level that Bhagavatam is established, supreme. And the third level is when the sages, they will assemble Naimisarana for about 1,000 years, and they were performing yagyas for many years. They were doing yagyas. And what was the result? They say that we have only benefits, the benefit that they have received is only black smokes. Right? The body became black due to smokes of the yagya. That's the benefit we have received. And they realized that that also will not give the full satisfaction to them. They're completely happy. The Shanticha, Ramanticha is not there. You know. And then they came to Sutta Goswami. You please tell us what is best. In short, because we are people of Kali Yuga, you know. Prainalpa yusya sabhya, kalu asmin juge janaha, manda sumanda matayo, manda upadritaha, abhagehi upadritaha. People of Kali Yuga are short life, lazy, misguided, always disturbed, you know. People of Kali Yuga. Life is short. First of all, life is short, right? And they are lazy. Somebody will say, I'm not lazy, I'm working very hard. But if you're not lazy, then manda sumanda, you're misguided. If you're not, somebody may say, no, I'm properly guided, I'm not misguided. Martin Luther King said, in this age we have guided missiles. Guided missile, but misguided man. Right? Misguided man. Guided missile, also guided, but misguided man. Right? And somebody may say, but I'm not guided. Then if you're guided, if you're not misguided, then last one is always disturbed. He said, and the sages ask him, please tell us in short what is best for us. And he gave in many verses. Master Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. That can destroy all the inauspiciousness of this age of Kali. And they also asked, now Krishna has left. Krishna, what's it called? Krishna Swadhamo Upagate. Krishna Swadhamo Upagate, right? Dharma Gyanadibi Saha. Together, Krishna's left, he went back to the spiritual world, Swadham, to his spiritual world, he went back to his Swadham, Swadhamo Upagate. Dharma Gyanadibi Saha. Together with Dharma and Gyan. And what is left for these people of Kali Yuga? Kalo Nashtadisham. Those people whose vision has been destroyed. Kalo Nashtadrisham. What's going to happen to them? Then Purana Arko. This Purana is like the sun, Adhuna, now, just now, has risen. So this Bhagavatam has risen like the sun for the people of Kali Yuga. So in many ways, this is why after writing, because it is not easy to actually achieve or to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Vedas, even the Vedas doesn't describe, because actually we are devotees, you're supposed to be also reading the Vedas, right? But we're not reading the Vedas. Why? Vedas bona fide. Do we get Krishna? Can we achieve Krishna? Can we see Krishna through the Vedas? Yes or no? Yes or no? That's a question. Can we achieve the Supreme Lord? See the Supreme Lord through the Vedas? I'm saying no. Yes and no. Because Vidascha Sarver Aham Eva Vedya. Vidascha Sarver Aham Eva Vedya. Of the Vedas, I am to be known. Right? But on the other side, Vedesu Durlabham. It is really achieved. Vedesu Durlabham. A Durlabham Atma Bhaktu is easier through the devotees, but not through the Vedas. Right? But yet Krishna is saying, Vidascha Sarvar Aham Eva Vedya. Of the Vedas, I am to be known. Right? We can understand him through the essence of Vedas is to know Krishna. This is why in many places in Bhagavad-Gita we'll find when Prabhupada is translating, or Prabhupada is translating the verses or the commentary, many places it is written Om, right? What translation Prabhupada gives? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you read Sri Ishopanishad, the first word is Om. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam. Om. And what translation Prabhupada gave there? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very powerful. Mahavadis, impersonalists may not accept that. They will say, Swamiji, nothing is written like that here. Personality of Godhead. Why you have translated the Supreme Personality of Godhead? It is written Om only. Sometimes Prabhupada will translate things that look very amazing to the people, ordinary people or impersonalists. Prabhupada said, I know, you don't know. Om, in many places, Krishna, which is Om? Krishna is Om, right? But that's his impersonal aspect. I mean, just see the Supreme Personality of three powerful words. Godhead means what? In whom so many of the gods also exist. We also exist in him. Right? So, this is Godhead. But this is not the kind of Godhead that Prabhupada is translating. The Supreme Godhead. And not only that, personality. He has a personality. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these three words actually give other translation of other people would say, sometimes they say the Blessed Lord, right? Other translation from other groups, they would say, they translate God as the Blessed Lord. But look how Prabhupada translated this God, the word God. It's not easy to understand because there's so many gods also, so many controllers. And Prabhupada said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even the Om is generic, right? It does not fully describe the qualities, detail of the Supreme Lord. Om is generic. It's like saying the Prime Minister, right? Can be anybody, Prime Minister, right? So it is general, generic. But of course it is a Supreme Lord, but it's like a post. It is generic. But if we say, for example, we say Narendra Modi, right? We say Narendra Modi. What a picture comes to the mind, right? He's got white hair, white beard, he's always doing like this. He's wearing chashma. A picture comes just by taking the name, because the name fully describes everything, right? So similarly, Om is generic, but in the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So Om is found also in the holy name. It's there, exist. That's why the holy name is powerful. From Nama expand. Nama, then we get Guna. It's like a flower, right? A flower, when the flower budding, still bud, flower, bud. This is Nama. And as we chant, what will be revealed? When the flower little bit open, and then you see the form, the rupa, right? Nam rup, and then the smell, the aroma. This is guna. And then the flower is fully open. That is compared to be like the lila. Nama, guna, rup, and lila. It's all manifest from Nam, from the name, from the holy name, right? So this is a complete holy name. Is complete. So yes, the Vedas deal mainly with the three modes of material nature. Krishna explained in Bhagavad-Gita, Yadate moha kalinam buddhir vyatitarishati tadagantasi nirvedam srutavyasya. He explained that when your mind, your intelligence has crossed the dense forest of delusion. What is this dense forest of delusion? This is what Narada Muni is calling it, Jugupsitam, Vijugupsitam, abominable. The dense forest of delusion, that's the karma kanda. When your mind has crossed, your intelligence has crossed the dense forest of delusion, the karma kandis, all what he has spoken in the Vedas, and then you will become indifferent of the Vedas, of what has been said and what is to be said. That is Shruti. Vedas is considered to be Shruti. We have Shruti and Smriti. What is the difference? Some people say Shruti is, they are original, they are the best. Especially in personalists, they argue, oh, you're reading Puranas, this is Smriti. This is written by man. But Shruti is original. Shruti, the Vedas, Shruti is original, and that has not been written, that is the heard, that was heard, to be heard. Shruti means to be heard, original. And if you see all the Shruti, they are original. From yuga to yuga to yuga, they're still original. They don't never change. But Smriti, they change. Like for example, if you see the Srimad Bhagavatam, in here, how many verses are there? 18,000. Same Bhagavatam, if you go to heavenly planets, there's 1 lakh slokas. It changes. But Vedas remain always same. That's why it's Shruti. It was heard. But they say that Shrutis are the best because it's original. Then how do we answer this question? The point is, although Shrutis are original, but that does not mean they are the best. I got the point. Although Shrutis are original, it doesn't mean they are the best. Right? So, it's like even in Naimisharanya, in Sukadeva Goswami, when Sukadeva Goswami was giving class, there were so many senior, most devotees, so many senior, most sages. But it doesn't mean that they were senior most in sense of knowledge, you know. But Sukadeva Goswami was the senior most. Although he was young, he was only 16 years old, right? So all those Shrutis are original, but it doesn't mean that they are the best. So what is the difference now, Shrutis and Smriti, is that Shruti, it's like now you're hearing the class, okay? You're hearing the class now. This is like Shruti, you're hearing. And then you'll go out to your friend, you repeat the class. And that you're going to add your realization. You're going to add your explanation nicely, accordingly, your realization, so that the listener will understand it properly. Because Shruti is difficult. Right? So which is the best now? Shruti or Smriti? That Puranas are like Smriti. So to explain, to understand Shruti, we can understand Shruti through the Smriti. This is Prabhupada is right. This is why Prabhupada writes purports, to be able to understand the verses. It's difficult. Who can understand the Vedanta Sutra? It's difficult. But this is why Prabhupada in his book, especially in Bhagavad-Gita, you will find many places where Om is written, or Krishna is speaking about the Ashtanga Yoga, of the how to develop this chakra. And Prabhupada, what Prabhupada is writing there in the purport, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, there Krishna is talking about Ashtanga Yoga or chakra. But Prabhupada is writing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because Prabhupada, his name is like that. What is Prabhupada's name? Bhakti-Vedanta. Bhakti-Vedanta means the conclusion of knowledge. What is the conclusion of knowledge? Bhakti, devotion. His name is like that. That's why he always jumped to the conclusion. Right? Prabhupada is always jumping to the conclusion. Bhakti-Vedanta. The essence, the end of knowledge is bhakti. To understand bhakti, to serve the Lord. Bhakti Vedanta. He would do that. Anywhere, you know, even writing about chakra or Ashtanga Yoga meditation, the Prabhupada would write Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is how the impersonalists misunderstand, right? They say that the Lord, avyaktam vyaktim apanam, the personality appeared from avyakta and manifest. From the and manifest appeared. They say na, Brahmeti, Paramatmati and Bhagavaniti. Jiva Goswami said it should be reversed. Bhagavatam, right, Brahmeti, Paramatmati and Bhagavan. But it should be Bhagavaniti, Paramatmati and Brahmeti. Because the impersonalists will say, okay, we also have the same philosophy, yeah. But starting from, for them start from Brahman, Brahma Jyoti comes the personality. Avyaktam vyaktim apanam. But this is why Jiva Goswami said, no, from Bhagavan, it is not down, up. It is up, down. Down, up is Brahmati, Paramatmati, Bhagavaniti. But Jiva Goswami said, no, it is not down, up, it is from up to down. Of course, nobody climb something from top to down. No, we climb always from down to top. But in that case, imagine the load is descending. The load is descending from the spiritual world. Yeah, then it is from top to down. So from Bhagavan comes Paramatma and Brahma Jyoti. That's the understanding. You know, like they say, Atato Brahma Jigyasa, which is true, but we understand our Brahman means for us it is Bhagavan. It should be Atato Bhagavan Jigyasa, right? So this is the understanding that this is Bhagavatam. And like we say, Namo, Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Starting from Brahman realization, Om, then it goes to Paramatma and then to Vasudevaya, which is Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. So this is Bhagavatam. This is why Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very exalted, because after writing Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the commentary, the natural commentary of the Brahma Sutra. So Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic literature. Nigama. Nigama means the Vedas. Kalpataro. Nigama, kalpa, talo. The ripened fruit, you know, in a tree, let's say it's a tree, mango tree. A mango tree of season. Can we see that mango? During off season, can we see mangoes? But the mangoes are there. They are there. You don't see them. They are in the leaves, in the branches, in the flowers. They are there. Because mango doesn't fall from the sky, right? The mangoes are there in the tree. You don't see. So this is like Vedas, right? This is like Vedas, a mango tree of season. Load is there, but you don't see. But then during season, then the mangoes start appearing, right? So what is that ripened fruit of Vedic literature? When Srimad Bhagavatam appears, then this is like season, mango season. And then you see the mango, and then you can see the Lord. The Lord appear. The Nama, Guna, Rup and Lila. This is why the Bhagavatam is compared to be like the ripened fruit of the Vedic literature. Now in a tree, which is the best part of the tree? Which is the best part? The fruits, not the tree. We don't eat the tree. We don't eat the leaves. We eat the mango. Right? And not only the mango, not the green one, the ripened one, which is the best. Galitam phalam. Bhagavatam is Galitam phalam. You know, Galitam means galo. Juicy, you know. Galo is, you know. And it is Galitam phalam, the ripened fruit of Vedic literature. This is the best part, you know. And it is written pibatam, means drink. Do we drink mango or eat mango? Pibatam, relishing, drinking. We eat mango, we don't drink mango. But it is juicy. Bhagavatam is juicy like a ripened mango. It is semi-solid. It is not liquid. It is not solid. It is semi-solid. So you can drink pibatam. Some acharyas, devotees explain why drinking Bhagavatam, not eating. You know, when you eat something in a plate, you don't eat everything. Some curry patta, chili, cardamom, you don't eat the whole thing. You leave something aside, right? So, but when it comes for drinking, you drink the whole cup, right? You don't leave anything aside. You drink the whole thing. When you're drinking a cup of water or milk, you just drink everything. You don't leave anything aside, right? So this is why it is written there, drinking this nectarian juice. And it is also rasam alayam, rasamalai, rasmalai, you know? Rasmalai. Everyone like rasmalai, right? What is this? Rasam alayam means it is kind of juice that is even being drank after liberation. That's how Srila Prabhupada writes translation of rasam alayam. It is drink even after liberation. Why after liberation? Because Mayavadis think liberation is the highest, right? Liberation is the highest achievement. But liberation is not the highest achievement. We have already proven that Sukadeva Goswami, he was liberated, but after liberation he became attracted to the lotus feet of the Lord. Devotional service is the highest. And for devotees, Mukti Devi becomes a servant. Liberation is not the highest. So this is why it is drinked even after liberation. Yeah, why Rasmalai, not Rasgulla? You know, it's written Rasam Alayam, not Rasgulla. Yes, because you know, when it comes to Rasgulla, also you like to eat the gulla, not the rasa. No, the juice you don't normally take. But you like the gulla, take it. But when it comes to Rasmalai, you take the rasam and the malai, both. You don't leave anything. So it's like a mango fruit, ripened fruit. Any way you bite, it is sweet. A ripened fruit, Bhagavatam, any way you read, it is always sweet. It's like an ocean. An ocean, if you go to the ocean, some will see the fish, some will see the crabs, some will see the octopus, some will see the different corals, minerals, so many things, you know, pearls. So you can find in oceans of nectar in Srimad Bhagavatam, because Srimad Bhagavatam describes fully the Nam, Guna, Roop and Lila. So this is why in our movement, it doesn't mean that we don't understand Vedas, we should not read, we can read. But because this is the Kalpavriksha, the ripened fruit of Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam described the whole thing. Nama, Guna, Roop and Lila of the Supreme Personal Godhead. And this is what actually will give the full satisfaction to the heart. And Srinvata Swakatha Krishna Punyastravana Kirtanam, by hearing the Katha of the Supreme Lord, actually all the abhadrani, inauspiciousness will be completely destroyed. This is a solution for this age of Kali Yuga. For those people who have the vision been destroyed, Kalod Nashtadrisham, Puranarko, Adhuna, now has arisen. The Srimad Bhagavatam, incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. I would like to stop here. Maybe if I'm just giving some time for question, maybe I'm thinking that we may have some question. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Take the mic, please. Everybody can hear.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, what does yatha bhavo mean? When Srila Prabhupada translated yatha in whatever manner, what does that mean?
Couldn't hear properly. A bit louder. Please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. But
The sound. Huh? Okay, the translation. Yeah, you is asking about the word, the first word. Yavan. The second. Okay. Yatha bhavo. Okay, it means in whichever. Yatha means in whichever. And bhavo here, the translation bhavaha is transcendental existence. Yeah. So this verse speaks about the Lord has guna roop and his activities, they're all transcendental. And to understand this only by his mercy. To be able to understand. Of course we understand that Vedesu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakti. We understand. We can understand this by the mercy of the devotees or by the mercy of the Lord. Is that clear? Any other question? Yeah.
Maharaj, how to develop taste for reading? Like sometimes easy to hear, but to read is sometimes very difficult. So how to develop taste for reading Srimad Bhagavatam?
One time, Burijan Prabhu asked Radha Govind Maharaj, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, because he was always giving Bhagavad-Gita, reading. He goes into deep understanding of Bhagavatam. And Burijan Prabhu asked Radha Govind Maharaj, how do you read? How do you read Bhagavatam? How do you get taste to read Bhagavatam? And Maharaj said, I don't read Bhagavatam, I relish Bhagavatam. So, yeah, it has to be done daily. Nashta Presha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata. So yeah, we should find some time to read daily. And what we should do, when we read, it's also good to take notes, because sometimes you read, you may also forget. You take notes, then it will stay when you take notes. And also whenever you meet somebody, you speak about what you have read, right? And that will stay with you. You will always remember that. And that will also give you taste to read more, right? You can read more, because not just reading, but you should take notes, and also you tell the same point what you have read to your friend. And then you will become very also knowledgeable, you know. And because we are preachers, we are always reading. We have to read, because we are always giving classes everywhere. So that's give us opportunity to read. But many devotees who are not giving classes, and they don't find the need of reading, but that's not right. You know, we should read. Prabhupada said, I have written my books for my devotees first. Distribution comes after. But he's written the books for reading. Knowledge is important also. Knowledge is not the goal, but it helps, right? If it is anukul, it helps. But this is also service to read. And we can read, we try to understand the verses, the slokas, what he's trying to say, Prabhupada's purports. We should read, find time to read daily. Any other 9 o'clock? Any question? Last one, or we'll end here if you don't have any question. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ke, Srila Prabhupada ke, Nitai Gaur Bhyamanande. I have